Hey YouTube, how you doing? Ian here. Carrying on with our train videos. I've got one more HST I want to show you that I've got. And as soon as I bring it in, you'll know exactly what train it is. Yep, it's a Class 43, otherwise known as the 125. I've heard a whisper tonight they're going to be scrapping these locomotives for some foreign crap, you know, from Hitachi. Yes, they will be nicer trains from Hitachi because they'll be modern. But I grew up with this one, and I'll be very, very sad when it comes to, the point where there's none of these left. It really will be a very sad day. But it's progress, I suppose. You've just got to put up with it. But absolutely shocking news that was tonight when I got told about that. There's the Mark III carriages. It was always with the Class 43. But what I want to do next is I want to show you something else. It's not an HST, but it's a bit of a brute. It really is. Let me bring it in and show it you. Yes, the Class 47. That was a nice train in its day as well. Let me see if I can get a bit closer without it going blurred. Absolutely marvellous engine that was, but it's pulling some full-length Mark III's at the moment. I know it's supposed to be pulling Mark II's, but what can you do? A full-length naturally, and as you can see, all of my Mark III's on this one are lit up. That's how I like my trains, but unfortunately it can't always be done because it adds extra weight to the train. But let's get some decent shots going. Very nice. Unfortunately, I haven't got the locomotive lit up because the only locomotive I've got lit up is not on the Virgin livery. But let's see that. Look at that, look. It's absolute marvellous to see that lit up. It's a pity that I haven't got the locomotive lit up, but let's get the Class 43 going as well. That isn't lit up, unfortunately, because I'm in the process of lighting all my stock up at the moment. But absolutely marvellous. Look at that. Absolutely marvellous. Let's get this 47 shifting as well. The only problem is with your illuminating carriages, I have found that it pulls a bit of weight on the weight of the carriage, so I'm in debate how far to go with this illumination lark. I do like the idea of it, like being lit up, but it puts a lot of weight on. That's the only problem. But yeah, absolutely marvellous. It really is. But I'm going to bring that Class 47 in so we can get a good look at it. I'm going to stop the 43, and hopefully, if my camera doesn't fail me on my phone, because that's what I'm using at the moment, we can get some good shots of this. It's quite a nice engine. As I said, this one actually pulls quite a bit of weight. I have got other 47s, and they don't seem to pull the weight that this one does, but this is a very heavy engine, this one is. It's got a lot of weight in it, so obviously it's going to grip the you know, the rails. It really is. But let me bring that 43 in. And what we'll do, we'll have a bit of a look at that. But yeah, very nice engine. I thought, well, I'd put the two Virgin trains on this one, with the last of the HSTs being Virgin. You'll have to excuse me again, I've still got that cold. But absolutely lovely train, it really is. And the 47's a nice train. But there's a lot more to show you yet. As you can see, if I pan up here, we've got another 47 there, with a rack of Texaco tankers, so that's coming very soon. In fact, that one you're gonna enjoy that one. That's rail freight distribution locomotive, because that's a bit special. But I'm not gonna spoil it. You'll have to come back and see the next video, or you know, when I can get round to getting it on. What I am gonna try and do is I haven't got all the period from now to steam, but I'm going to try and, you know, wind back the years to when these was on the ball. So I'm going to try and go from the privatisation era backwards to like British Rail, and we're going to go back even further into the steam era and stuff like that. I'm going to try and get it as close to perfect as I possibly can for you, because I got a lot of enjoyment doing these videos, and you know, and getting you looking at them and that. As usual, you know, like and subscribe, because that'll all give me encouragement to make sure I get everything properly done. And you know, if I can get, you know, the likes and subscribes, I'll even go as far as investing in a decent camera for you. But I know it's not to do with the topic, but if I move the 125 out of the way, I don't know if you'll be able to see this because of the glare, but in the signal box there's actually the signalman in there, and all the levers and everything. So you know, a little added bonus there for you. But it's got the LEDs at the back, of course, you know, for the class 43. But I do want to get some lights on that 47, definitely a bit later on. You know, probably put it into DCC and have cab lights and, you know, directional working headlights on it. But yeah, it's a nice engine, very nice. As I keep saying, you know, you'll have to show me, tell me what you think. You know, we ain't even halfway through the series yet, though, to be honest. There's a lot more engines I can show you, but we're gonna have a ball, we really are. It's going to be fantastic. And there's our 125 pulling through again. We got the short Mark IIIs on that one, purely because it gets a bit tight round that bend, and I have noticed that the long Mark IIIs do catch the edging a little bit, so I'm going to keep it to the short Mark IIIs for the inside track, I think. But what an engine. What an engine. Oh well, I'll be absolutely devastated when this comes to the point when there's no 125s travelling the network. I really will. Let's get some decent shots going for you anyway to finish up. It's going to be fantastic. As you know, the Class 125, the Class 43, the Intercity 125 was just to see us through whilst we was having the APT sorted out. But you know, they kept going, and they're a fantastic train. I've travelled on the 125 quite a few times in the past. I really have. And they're absolutely gorgeous trains, but they're getting a bit outdated now. So they're on about, you know, getting rid of a lot of them. And eventually it'll come that there'll be no 125s on the network eventually. So what I might do is get a good couple of pictures took with some. And then, you know, when the day does come that they go, for at least I'll have, you know, some good pictures with them. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. And as I said, do like and subscribe. I am after that 1,000 subscribers, but I don't know if I'll ever get there. But we all start small, don't we? You know, but stay lucky. And if you have got any comments, don't forget, you know, let me know, because it's always good. And I will see you next time. And as I said, thanks for watching. And like and subscribe. See you soon. Cheerio.